Now we all know that food waste matters, but we often get asked this question, are there things we can put in our pantry that would allow us to waste less food? And the answer is definitely yes. Now there's lots of options, but we've come up with 5 things, pretty basic ingredients that'll help you make new meals out of old. The first one is pasta. Now we all know that pasta goes well with pretty much any sauce. So why not take your old tomatoes, your cheese, maybe that bit of herb that you have left from the recipe you used the other night, or your leftover vegetables, turn it into a sauce and have it with your pasta. Voila, an entire meal. The next one of my favourites, is eggs. I think eggs go with absolutely everything. Things like some frozen peas or ham, once again your leftover vegetables, or even an entire dish. Add it to your eggs, make a frittata or an omelette, and it's one of the tastiest things around. Pretty much anything goes with eggs. Bread. Now bread is an interesting one. Bread is one of our most wasted foods anyway, so if you have your bread with leftovers, you're actually killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You can chuck your bread in the fridge and just pull out what you need. So bread's great for things like toasties, French toast. You can also use it for bread and butter pudding, or if you have some stale bread, why not make some breadcrumbs and put it into some stuffing. A surprise one, and one we often don't think about, is pastry. Now pastry is wonderful for 2 reasons. You keep it in your freezer, and you also can use it in sweet and savoury food. So the thing about pastry is you take your old chili con carne, perhaps a casserole, or even some eggs, and you make yourself a pie. Or if you have some old fruit that's reaching the end of its life, then why not stew it up, and you can actually turn it into a pie, an apple pie or a crumble. Very, very tasty and very good. The last one we have is something that most people don't actually think about. Now these are lentils. Everyone used to think of them as a sort of vegetarian, bland food, but these are actually protein-filled pulses that are great to fill out a meal. If you have some leftover soup or a casserole, and maybe not quite enough, if you add the lentils, it'll be a hearty meal. You can also add it to salads to sort of give yourself a bit of extra protein, or with chickpeas and make yourself some vegetarian burgers. So with these 5 ingredients, you end up with a lot of opportunities to make yourself an entire new meal from the old. Because we know we can't just sit here anymore, we have to do something. It's time to get food wise about your essential ingredients.